Leo Krueger.
The stakes are high, and the mercenary, Leo Krueger, told us earlier today he intended to win this #1 contenders match. It means everything to me. I will not sleep until I have the NXT crown. Those were his words, Mr. Regal.
And it's hard to sleep when you sleep with one eye open, and that's what Leo Krueger does. That's the training that he has.
And his opponent from Bern, Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, Antonio Cesaro.
The familiar Gadsden flag, Antonio Cesaro now aligned with Zeb Coulter. As dangerous as Cesaro was before, as the former United States champion, tonight he seems to be the #1 contender. What do you think of Antonio Cesaro?
It's quite obvious what I think of Antonio Cesaro. I honestly don't know a better man walking this earth, and that's my opinion. He made mincemeat of me several weeks ago on Raw. I mean, just absolute mincemeat. He's a far better man than I ever was. And with Zeb Coulter in his corner giving him that twisted mindset, I honestly don't see the match stopping him, honestly.
Sami Zayn, who has made an explosive leap up the ranks here at NXT. What an explosive newcomer Sami Zayn has been. How does he match up in this triple threat match?
Well, we know exactly how good Sami Zayn is. He made the greatest opening night ever on NXT. I mean, people were talking about him. It's funny, since people have found out that he can speak Arabic, his Twitter followers have gone up by 300,000 in a few weeks.
Remarkable. Sami Zayn, of course, Syrian-born.
Representing a side of the country that's never been represented, or a side of the world that's never been represented before here.
Talk to us about the tactics in a triple threat match as we witness a free-for-all start.
It's very, very difficult. What you need to do is try and get rid of one of your opponents as quickly as possible. Hurt him in any way, get him out the ring, so you can focus on trying to beat one man.
Sami Zayn, the catalyst early, but now it's Cesaro taking command. The Swiss Superman, Antonio Cesaro, considered pound for pound the strongest man in the WWE locker room.
Without question, without question. But
look at Leo Krueger.
The guile and the cunning of Leo Krueger is bar none, absolutely bar none.
The mercenary Leo Krueger, I have made nations cry. A boastful statement that we've heard from Krueger many times.
Just that little spiteful thing like putting somebody in a backhammer before you suplex them. Put such a lot extra strain on the arm and the shoulder area.
Fierce uppercut from the Johannesburg native, South African roots for Leo Krueger. A very international flair to this #1 contenders match. Look at Cesaro waiting just outside the ropes.
Cesaro knows exactly what the game plan is, though. You have to get rid of one opponent, so he's trying his best to get rid of one.
Cesaro from Luzern, Switzerland. Here comes Sami Zayn! Oh, wow! What an explosive start to this triple threat match to become the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. It rolls on next. Welcome back to NXT, a triple threat match to become the #1 contender to Bo Dallas's NXT Championship, and 3 game competitors have been vying and competing hard in the early going.
We just saw some incredible hard elbow smashes from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, being the world competitor he is great at striking. But when you get hit by Antonio Cesaro, you know you've been hit. It truly is like running into a wall or getting hit by a brick, believe me.
Up and over. Look at the balance, though, of Zayn. Landing on the apron, and now it's Zayn climbing up top. High risk. Crossbody caught out of midair. The strength of Antonio Cesaro, remarkable. In for the cover. Count to 2. Krueger spoiling the victory.
Leo Krueger just biding his time. You know, I was watching him outside, and he wasn't as hurt as he made out he was. He's in a smart position because he can control what's going on. If he sees somebody nearly getting pinned, he can make the save and then take advantage of it.
Remember, Leo Krueger.
See, you can never trust anybody. I mean, in this business, to be quite honest with you, we're all snakes. There's only some people you'll bite.
Look at this move by Zayn.
But when you have two diabolical people like Antonio Cesaro with the minds that they have and Leo Krueger, they're going to take every advantage and they're going to win any way possible.
Fierce uppercut from Cesaro. Oh! Sami Zayn countering. Remember, last week it was Zayn and Krueger that had an epic battle. And they're locked up again. Oh, wow! Unbelievable intensity. All three of these men selling out to try and become the #1 contender.
They're not selling out, Tony, they're showing out. They're showing the world exactly how good they are.
This capacity crowd at Full Sail University, the NXT universe, buzzing with excitement at the level of competition.
Side salto, throwing Leo Krueger just effortlessly over the top rope. Unbelievable.
What an imposing presence. Cesaro, the chin lock has been his weapon of choice again and again.
It truly is a dreaded maneuver because, you know, it's great for me now knowing what it feels like. I can explain it in great detail, the power and the strength and just the little motions that he makes to make sure that he's pushing his shoulder onto your temple and then pushing it against the bone in his forearm. And it's excruciating, truly.
You can be certain that the NXT champion, Bo Dallas, is watching this matchup closely. Oh, is this the neutralizer? Cesaro's finishing maneuver. No!
A slice. Leo Krueger showing us that cricket training of his, that 100-mile-an-hour throw that he
Krueger in
does.
for the cover, the count to 2 3/4. Krueger picking the bones.
Exactly, that's what you have to do. He's like
Now
a
it's
hyena.
Krueger for another cover. Kick out at 2. Every man for himself. We are seeing a stiff test for all three of these superstars.
One of these three men will get Bo Dallas in the title match. This is an incredible, important opportunity for all of them.
Oh! Sami Zayn, creative offense.
Incredible leverage there by Sami Zayn. This young man is just, I mean, you look at him, let's face facts, you look at him and you don't take him seriously if you met him on the street, but when you see him in the ring, he's as good as any man alive. He's fantastic, look at him. I mean, you wouldn't think that this young man could do the things that he can do, can have the power that he has and the striking ability. What a great competitor.
They have until 10. Zayn back to his feet, Krueger back to his feet, and Cesaro.
And the greatest thing about Sami Zayn is his heart. And he has just an incredible heart. He'll keep fighting and fighting till the cows come home.
Look at this! Sami Zayn stacks up Krueger for the win. No! Oh my goodness! Cesaro stacked up. What a match! It's over. No! What an extraordinary counter. Just a second away from winning.
The incredible tale of disbelief that we can see in Sami Zayn's eyes here. He just thought he had it won, but you can't ever take Antonio Cesaro for granted. Same can be said for Leo Krueger.
The urgency of this matchup, palpable. This is extraordinary competition. Oh, Cesaro! Is it enough? Cesaro, so dangerous with the neutralizer. Loads up Zayn. Cesaro for the victory.
That's it. There's not a man breathing. Oh, spoke too soon.
Krueger in to pick the bones. Krueger for the win. Is it enough? It's over!
Here is your winner, Leo Krueger.
Absolutely top marks for Leo Krueger. As I said before, this man's like a hyena. He just came in right at the right time and picked their bones clean. Incredible.
These are special bones. They lead to a championship match. Leo Krueger is the #1 contender to Bo Dallas's NXT championship. What an extraordinary ending, Mr. Regal. Frenetic action.
You see the God-style neutralizer here by Antonio Cesaro. Usually there's not a man can kick out of this. And here's Krueger. He takes the perfect example of how to take advantage.
It was every man for himself, and Leo Krueger emerges victorious. The new #1 contender. What a start tonight on NXT.
Listen, I came here to make one thing straight. I'm not looking for a friend. I need a tag team partner. And my personal feelings aside, I respect everything that you do in that ring. No matter what issues I might have with you, the NXT tag team titles are bigger than that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've held them. But I think it's about time I get my fix. I'll see you out there.
The daughter of the legendary Nature Boy Ric Flair, Charlotte, makes her NXT debut against Bayley. With the WWE Hall of Famer in her corner, will Charlotte come up a winner in her first matchup? We'll find out tonight. And coming up next, the NXT champion Bo Dallas will be in action against Sylvester Laforte's charge, Scott Dawson. How will Dawson fare against the leader of the Bo Leavers? We'll find out next on NXT.
Welcome back to NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Wow. C'est bon, ma jolie. Tu peux poser ton micro et laisser faire un pro. Ladies and gentlemen, je m'appelle Sylvester Lefort. And right now, let me introduce you to a gentleman with so much talent that soon enough, gold will be around his waist and money will be in my pocket. So without further ado, I give to you my protégé and future champion, Scott Dawson!
Bold words from Sylvester Lafort, who is wearing a championship gold suit that he has specially made for this night on NXT.
He looks like a septic banana. And my favorite roughneck, though, I love watching Scott Dawson. It's like a throwback. He's like, if he didn't have, he just needs to go a bit bolder on top. He'd be one of the Andersons.
Ooh. Scott Dawson coming to the ring in a surly mood. But when does he not come to the ring?
That's what I love about him. He's just no nonsense, gets in there, gets the job done.
2 weeks ago, Scott Dawson made a significant impression here on NXT, bringing the flashlight to the ring, trying to shine light on Scott Dawson's championship hopes.
And his opponent from Brooksville, Florida, weighing 230 pounds, Bo Dallas!
One has to wonder, Bo Dallas has just been backstage. He's just seen 3 men battle each other to face him. He knows now that Leo Krueger is his next challenger. What does that play on the mind of Bo Dallas, knowing that he's got to face such a formidable foe? You know, being a competitor for 30 years, I know what those kind of things do, and Bo Dallas is just a young man. So you have to, you hope it isn't going to upset him enough for Scott Dawson to take an advantage over him, but you never know. I'm just pondering here, sat pondering.
Well, Bo Dallas certainly has put himself in unique and distinct company. Seth Rollins, Biggie Langston, the 2 previous holders of the NXT Championship, are both WWE main roster mainstays.
One more thing to ponder, Tony. This could give Tony Dawson an advantage because, as we say, Tony Dawson is great. Scott Dawson, you're Tony Dawson, aren't you?
I would have no chance against Bo Dallas. It would be the shortest match in the history of NXT. Wow. Well, Scott Dawson is not looking to surrender. This is a title-free matchup, but a chance for Scott Dawson to continue to impress the power brokers at WWE, the key decision makers watching every one of these matches closely, and Scott Dawson has gotten a lot of attention lately.
And so he should. I mentioned the Andersons before, but this is who Scott Dawson reminds me of. It's Arn Anderson. I mean, perfect in every little movement that
Bo
he
Dallas
does.
in for the victory.
And strong and powerful, and has just got a vicious streak about him.
We saw back-to-back drop kicks from Bo Dallas, a up-tempo offense from the NXT champion. What do you think of Bo Dallas tactically?
Well, Bo Dallas will always fight. Doesn't matter whether he's right or wrong, he will keep fighting. And that's all that matters. That sometimes will get you through anything. That'll carry you through any battle.
Now it's the fight being taken to the champion by Dawson. And a kick out at 2.
He will take the fight to you. Look at that. Most people have no idea how painful that is. You stick your fingers up somebody's nostrils. It sends water running out of your eyes.
Another cover, Dawson.
You don't know where you are. And it can throw you right off your game.
You talked about Dawson being old school.
He is, yes.
Dawson admires old school competitors like Dick Murdoch and Buzz Sawyer.
And why wouldn't you? You should do, and that's what everybody should do, especially the talent here in NXT, the young competitors. They should be on the looking at DVDs and finding out as much and reading the history books about these great competitors from the past. It can only make them better.
Ooh! Well countered by Bo Dallas, the champion. Building momentum. Here comes Bo Dallas. Dallas has studied plenty of DVDs, admiring John Cena and Bret Hart.
Bo Dallas doesn't go out, had to go out of his front room to study anybody. He comes from a great line of wrestlers.
Bo Dallas in control for the win. Dallas got him. Belly to belly suplex to put the exclamation point on another victory. The NXT champion, Bo Dallas, efficient and effective.
Bo Dallas is getting better and better every week. He's growing more in confidence every week that he holds his championship. It's great to see.
Oh, here we go. No! Leo Krueger, the #1 contender, sending a message. Attacking from behind. This is a cowardly attack by a fierce competitor.
Leo Krueger may very well be the next NXT champion, and we're seeing a taste of that right now. That was just a vile neck breaker. Landed very awkwardly, did Bo Dallas. But Leo Krueger has to remember, be careful what one covets, because sometimes it can come back to haunt you.
The NXT champion, Bo Dallas, laid out with his title across his chest. Leo Krueger putting an unsettling end to that win by Bo Dallas.
The daughter of WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair, Charlotte, makes her NXT debut against Bayley. With the legendary Nature Boy in her corner, can Charlotte walk out of the NXT arena a winner? We'll find out next on NXT.
This is the beginning, an awakening into the future of the universe. The time has come for us to reduce your heroes to ashes.
We are the Ascension, and we will rise again.
Look at the wide-eyed innocence of Bayley.
Introducing first from San Jose, California, Bayley.
Young and optimistic and hopeful, Bayley coming to the ring, full of hope and joy.
Bayley just can't believe that she's got this opportunity. Every time you see it in her face, she just loves to be out here in front of the NXT universe.
Truly an attitude of gratitude. Bayley so happy to have been chosen among the thousands that want to compete in NXT. Bayley, one of the lucky few.
And now, please welcome 16-time World Heavyweight Champion and WWE Hall of Famer, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair!
Am I actually in Orlando, Florida? You think I've had any fun in this town? Been coming here since 1978, you tell me. Oh, good Lord. Well, I'm so honored to be part of the NXT venue tonight, to be on the show for a couple of reasons. I love our business. I love NXT. I have a lot of respect. I have the utmost respect for all the kids that are busting their butt every day to make it in this business. NXT is far and away the greatest place to learn professional wrestling in the world today. So I'm proud to be here for that, but I'm really proud for another reason too. And once again, I appreciate the respect and appreciate all you've done for me my whole career. Woo! But tonight's a special night for me because my daughter, Charlotte, is debuting tonight, and I'm here to be in her corner, support her. She's gonna show me why she's the greatest Flair athlete of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter, Charlotte.
The NXT debut of Charlotte. 12-year gymnastics background, but what is most compelling, the daughter of one of the great icons in the history of sports entertainment. What must be going through the mind of Charlotte right now?
It's very daunting. I mean, just me being sat here, being a competitor sat here, and the great nature boy Ric Flair being here. Imagine being the daughter of Ric Flair and having to try and impress him. But I'm sure Charlotte, knowing her, and I've said, and I have known her since she was a little girl, knowing how much she loves her father, she's going to do everything she can.
If Charlotte is nervous, she doesn't look it on the exterior.
Well, she has that built-in confidence, I'm sure, being the daughter of the nature boy. And look at young Bayley there, though. She's just in awe of being in the same ring, and being in the same presence of Ric Flair.
This has been such an exciting night here on NXT, and we still have our main event to come. The NXT Tag Team Championship, the Wyatt family taking on Corey Graves and Adrian Neville. What do you expect from Charlotte?
I expect the best, and that's what she's going to give us. There's no two ways about that. We know that...
quickly in for a cover.
We know that Charlotte's got a great athletic background. We know that she's been training incredibly hard with the trainers here at NXT. So, how can she fail, really? I mean, she's got everything going for her.
There is no doubt that there is tremendous pressure. Anyone that debuts here,
Yes.
obviously the eyes of key decision makers at WWE like Triple H, like Mr. McMahon, closely scrutinizing all of these matches, and obviously to have one's father ringside is an additional layer of pressure, especially when that father is the legend Ric Flair. Look at this! Charlotte's Web! Charlotte had worked on that move, and Charlotte able to utilize it in the matchup. Bayley with a counter. First cover, pinfall attempt by Bayley there. I know you're very high on Bayley.
I just like Bayley, and I like her enthusiasm. It's nice to see someone who has genuine appreciation for the industry that we're
Shoulders down, Bayley!
in. And she has such awe in her eyes when she sees everything that's going on here. And my niece in Blackpool, she loves her as well. That's her favorite diva.
Oh dear.
Come on, baby.
Oh dear, that just gave me a flashback to when I lost my liver in 1995 with him in Las Vegas. I need to go and pick it up one day.
Bayley not intimidated at all. Oh! Bayley in for the victory. Powerful kick out by Charlotte. You competed as a contemporary of Ric Flair. What has he meant to this business?
Everything. Absolutely everything.
Oh, wow! A glimpse at the athletic ability of Charlotte there. Charlotte in control, setting the pace. Look at that move! Is it enough? A victorious debut? Charlotte did it!
Here is your winner, Charlotte!
What a moment for Charlotte here at NXT. Her debut, a victorious one, and memorable too, Mr. Regal.
It's nice that we're here to witness history. The first match of Charlotte, the Nature Boy Ric Flair's daughter.
The Strut, father and daughter. What a night for Charlotte and Ric Flair. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheamus.
How are you, Tony?
Good.
What's
Thanks
going
so
on,
much for
fella?
joining us. Now, Sheamus, next week, what are your thoughts about competing here on NXT?
What are my thoughts? Well, I mean, it's excited since I had me first point. Now, I don't know who I'm facing next week, but I do know that NXT is the future of the WWE. Oh!
It takes only one stone to bring a giant to his knees. Now you tell him I said, follow the buzzers.
After weeks of battling back and forth, Adrian Neville and Corey Graves finally get their shot at the NXT Tag Team Championships as they take on Wyatt family members Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. That match is coming up next.
Hello. My name is Tyler Breeze. And oh, that's enough. And in case you're wondering, of course I'm a model. Oh, no. Not yet. It's next week that NXT will witness gorgeous.
The stage is finally set. After battling some of the toughest divas, two of NXT's brightest stars, Paige and Emma, face each other in the tournament finals. Only one will claim the first ever NXT Women's Championship. Who will it be? We'll find out next week on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for your NXT Tag Team Championship.
A former NXT Tag Team title holder, Adrian Neville, looking to regain the title. Hungry, focused, and most of all, ready was the word that Adrian Neville used earlier tonight.
Adrian Neville has that great advantage that he's already been the NXT Tag Team Champion. He knows what that feels like. He knows what glory that brings to you. And he has the confidence, and he knows what it's like to have everybody wanting your spot.
Corey Graves, the savior of misbehavior, the patron saint of bad decisions, is hoping that tonight is an historic one in his career. He said that winning this championship would be the single highlight of his career.
Well, it will be, yes. That's one thing that he has the disadvantage of here. He doesn't know what it's like to be champion. And sometimes that can be a bit daunting, whereas Adrian Neville has that. But there's no taking away anything from Corey Graves. This is a well-schooled competitor. Don't let all that strange or that 68 boot boy look that he has fool anybody. He's a fighter.
And what an enormous challenge awaits Neville and Graves. There is no one at NXT that makes an entrance quite like the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt in his familiar rocking chair, Luke Harper on the left, Eric Rowan on the right wearing the mask, Mr. Regal. This is a bizarre but very, very effective team. What do you think of the Wyatt family?
Well, I was in the ring with them last week and they just beat me easily. Easily. So, what do you want me to say?
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 403 pounds, the challengers, Corey Graves and Adrian Neville. And the champion, at a combined weight of 581 pounds, and accompanied to the ring by Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family.
It's hard sometimes when you sit at this desk, even for someone who's been around for 30 years in this industry like me, to actually get a grasp of what you're seeing in front of you. Having been manhandled by all three of the family.
And that's what it's all about right there, the titles.
That's what it is all about, but having been manhandled by them and knowing how fierce they are, I pity anybody that has to face them.
Speaking of championships, next week here on NXT, the first ever women's championship will be decided. Emma and Paige, we have talked so many times about the importance of being a champion. This Wyatt family, famous and infamous at once. Here's Corey Graves up and over, starting the offensive against Luke Harper. Corey Graves, it's said in the locker room, competes with fury.
We talk about pacing all the time, and in this match, it's more important than ever.
Creative offensive move by Graves.
Corey Graves has to try and keep the match at his pace, and Adrian Neville. They have to try and keep these big men off their guard.
You said big men. The Harper
they are big as well.
Rowan tandem outweighs Neville and Graves by 178 pounds. a distinct advantage in size and strength. First tag made, and Adrian Neville is in for the first time. Neville.
Great teamwork there. The jumping Geordie knows exactly what he's doing in that ring, and that I love to watch it.
Of course, Adrian Neville won the tag team tournament alongside Oliver Gray, the first ever NXT tag team champions.
And Oliver Gray, another great English competitor, but he was taken out by the Wyatt family. Probably going to be about 6 months till he gets a chance to even see him again.
Major knee surgery
because of
family.
them, yes.
And Eric Rowan is into the matchup. Rowan and Harper with glee after that injury. Tag made.
There's no glee involved in Eric Rowan, believe me.
Look at
great
Corey
teamwork
Graves
again.
in. First cover. Quickly kicked out of by Eric Rowan.
You sure you're not related to my wife? Just the way you keep butting in all the time and interrupting? I want to know.
I apologize, Mr. Regal. It's the excitement of a tag team championship match. We are seeing synergy and an exceptional level of teamwork so far in this matchup.
Yes, we are. That's the thing as well. When you see the Wyatt family, you expect two great big brawlers, but they know exactly where they are at any one time in the ring. Ooh. Whether it's Bray Wyatt, I hate to say this, controlling them some way or just schooling them.
The leader of the Wyatt family.
There we see a beautiful dragon screw leg whip there. That's a very debilitating, is that the right word?
Debilitating.
There we go, that's the one. That's why you've got the college education.
Look at Adrian Neville. Explosive offense. Oh, the challengers had built momentum until then. The titles are going nowhere. Wait! Kicked out by Graves. The way that Corey Graves went down,
but it was very
I
smart
thought it was over.
Very smart move by Corey Graves there. Roll to his stomach so he can't be pinned as easily. As I was saying.
Debilitating is a great word to describe the offensive approach of the Wyatts under the watchful eye of Bray Wyatt. Eric Rowan in control as the Wyatt family defends its NXT Tag Team Championship. The leader of the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, looking on intently as ever.
Just a rotten swine, that Bray Wyatt.
Last week, of course, Mr. Regal, you were in ring. The strength of Eric Rowan, how would you characterize it?
It's hard to even put it into words. It's got that just bone-crushing strength and grip. And this man, Luke Harper, he just, that's what I was talking about before. You expect just two big brutes, but they seem to be able to just adapt to any situation and make the most of it. And you're not expecting that from them. You think you're going to be able to dance your way around them, and you just can't. You dance one way, they go with you, and they take advantage. That's what's scary. Look at the look, the demented look about him.
The Wyatt family has been so dominant as NXT Tag Team Champions, imposing their physical will, utilizing a tandem approach. We're seeing great teamwork right now from Rowan and Harper.
We talked about teamwork with Neville before and Corey Graves, but look at the teamwork of the family here. That's what makes me wonder. I have no superstitions at all, but it makes you wonder, how does Bray Wyatt control these two heathens?
There's no questioning that Bray Wyatt and his family have changed a lot.
They look like
here at NXT. This is Rowan for the championship to keep it known.
One of these days, I'm going to punch you in the mouth if you keep interrupting me. Honestly.
I apologize.
They look like two madmen, but they're evil geniuses when they're in the ring. Unbelievable. I was only joking, Tony. You've gone all limp on me there. You've gone as limp as a dick as I'm
away at the commentary table. It's Harper into the matchup. Continuing with the elbow drop after elbow drop. This is Harper for the victory to retain the title. Kick out at 2.5. Corey Graves and Adrian Neville.
A 300-pound elbow in your sternum, just, I mean, it truly is, there's not a better word than it just crushes you, and it crushes your spirit. It's so hard to kick it. And that's another thing. If you noticed, Eric Rowan wasn't even trying to, Luke Harper wasn't even trying to really beat anybody with that cover there. He was just making him use all his energy, making Corey Graves using that extra bit of energy to kick him off.
Corey Graves creating separation. The challenger, look at this. Adrian Neville has been out of this matchup for quite some time.
When do you ever see a 320-pound man do a drop kick? And not just a drop kick right on the button. Unbelievable.
Brilliantly placed drop kick, and now it's Rowan. In for the victory to retain the championship.
But Corey Graves is fighting. See, Eric Rowan did try to pin at Corey Graves there, but Corey Graves managed to kick out.
The look on Bray Wyatt's face, to me, Mr. Regal, says our team is in control. What does it say to you?
It just says my team. You don't ask some daft questions, honestly. Makes me wonder, are you intellectually malnourished?
The abdominal stretch right now by Rowan as Graves is under duress. Adrian Neville pacing in the background, desperately wants into this matchup.
Very painful submission hold there. An abdominal stretch and just clawing away at the
Look at this by Graves, trying to escape, but unable.
Unable, yes.
Graves
He's fighting, and
to the strength of Rowan, with one hand keeping Graves from making the tag.
But Graves keeps fighting.
Rowan, shoulders down, hooks the leg to keep the title, no.
And all that energy it's just took to push that 300+ pound man off your body. It's just wearing him down even more. The most important thing in his life right now is to make that tag, and it's so difficult. It's 1,000 miles away.
Ooh. Headbutt right on target. Harper tagged in as the Wyatt family continues to control the flow of action.
It's classic strategy here, isolate and destroy.
Oh!
But Corey Graves is fighting, and he knows what he's got to do. He's got to make that tag to Adrian Neville.
Corey Graves battling back. Oh my goodness! That'll do it. Lights out. The Wyatt family wins again. No! Look at Bray Wyatt's reaction.
Bray
He's
Wyatt
shocked.
is gobsmacked. He can't believe that Corey Graves managed to kick out from that.
We are seeing the heart and resilience from Corey Graves that champions demonstrate. Harper coming in hot. Brilliantly countered.
Now Corey Graves has got to make that tag to Adrian Neville. He's got to use every ounce of being to get to that corner. Crawl. Rip your fingernails out on the canvas if you've got a sunshine. Come on, crawl.
Can Graves get there?
Come on, lad. Yes.
Tag made. Adrian Neville in. Oh, flying in at Rowan. Here comes Neville.
He's not quick, he's sudden. Look at the way he moves.
Oh, a boot to the temple. Oh, Adrian Neville has seized control. Oh, wow. Jumping Jordy.
He's an absolute package of dynamite, this young man.
Adrian Neville has totally turned around the matchup. The champions standing together, and down they go as a unit.
Don't turn your... Watch. Adrian Neville's got to watch Bray Wyatt, though. Don't take your eye off him.
For the first time, Wyatt looks less than confident. Neville. Climbing up through the air. Neville for the championship. Is it enough? No.
Great strategy there by Luke Harper. He knows that he has to make that save, and he did.
The tag team championship up for grabs, and there's Bray Wyatt getting involved. Disrupting the matchup, and Rowan seizing the opportunity to end it. No, but another kick out.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah!
Here we go.
Retribution for the Celtic Warrior. That's what you get, Bray Wyatt, for messing with Sheamus. Wow! The Irishman loves to fight, and he's evened the odds here. Now it's 2-on-2. Adrian Neville, the legal man.
Come on, Adrian, lad. Come on, climb those ropes. Come on.
Adrian Neville up high. The matchup hanging in the balance.
Yes!
Oh, for the tag team championship. Adrian Neville. It's over.
Yes! feeling so proud for these two young men. Adrian Neville and Corey Graves, the new NXT Tag Team Champions. What a marvelous night here on NXT.
Certainly not the best of friends, but
who cares?
Writing their names alongside each other in the NXT history books. We have to see the way this one unfolded. Mr. Regal, what an exciting ending.
We see Bray Wyatt and he takes advantage of Adrian Neville.
Disrupting the
And
matchup.
here we see Sheamus. Sheamus comes round to the ring and takes care of Bray Wyatt. Look at the way he throws Bray Wyatt into these solid steps here.
Ooh! Head first into the steel steps, and here, with history awaiting, Adrian Neville on target. What a night for Neville and Graves.
What a night for everything that's good and true in the world. What an incredible night here on NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, it makes me so proud to be in this industry. What a great, great night.
The Wyatt family turned back. A new chapter has begun. Corey Graves, Adrian Neville, our champions.